Tonight, while the world goes quiet, your body is going to do something extraordinary. Without your permission, without your awareness. It's going to curl into a position, or stretch out flat, or roll onto its side. And it's going to stay there, in the same position it always chooses, night after night after night. You've never thought twice about it, but psychologists have. Because the position your body chooses when it's completely unconscious, when your mind has no say, when every defense and every mask is finally down, reveals something about you that you might never have said out loud. Something about how you love, something about how you fear, something about who you really are when no one, not even you, is watching. Sleep is the one time in your life when you are completely honest. No performance, no pretending, just you, in the position your body has chosen for as long as you can remember. Professor Chris Idzikowski, director of the Sleep Assessment and Advisory Service, spent years studying the sleep positions of thousands of people. What he found was so consistent, so precise, that it made international headlines. Your sleep position, he concluded, is a direct window into your subconscious personality. Not the personality you show the world, the one that lives underneath. Stay with me, because what comes next might be the most accurate thing you've ever heard about yourself. Let's begin with the most common sleep position in the world, the fetal position. Curled on your side, knees drawn toward your chest, arms folded inward, like you are protecting something, because you are. Professor Idzikowski's research found that people who sleep in the fetal position are far more common than any other type, and they share a remarkably consistent set of traits. On the outside, they appear tough, confident, put together, the person who always seems to have it handled. But on the inside, they are deeply sensitive. They feel things more intensely than the people around them ever realize. They carry worry quietly, sometimes for years, without ever letting it show on their face. Psychologists link the fetal position to early attachment patterns. When we are born, before language, before thought, the fetal curl is our first experience of safety. And people who return to it every night are often people who are still, on some deep, unconscious level, searching for that same feeling. Not weakness, not insecurity, just a quiet, ancient longing for a world that feels as safe as it once did. If you sleep in the fetal position, you are likely one of the most empathetic people in any room. You just don't always let people see how much you carry. Now let's talk about back sleepers. Arms at the sides or folded on the chest, lying completely open to the world above them. Nothing to hide, nothing to protect. This position, called the soldier by sleep researchers, is associated with one of the most distinct personality profiles of all. Research from the University of Hertfordshire found that back sleepers tend to be quiet but deeply self-assured. They set high standards, for themselves and for the people around them. They don't talk much about what they expect, but they feel it deeply when those standards aren't met. There is also a second type of back sleeper, the starfish, arms stretched wide, legs spread open, taking up as much space as the bed will allow. And the personality matches almost perfectly. Starfish sleepers tend to be natural givers. They are the friend everyone calls at 2 a.m., the one who listens without judgment, the one who makes you feel like your problems are the only problems in the world. But here's what the research also found. Both types of back sleepers, soldier and starfish, share one quiet struggle. They find it difficult to ask for help themselves. Because the same personality that makes them strong for everyone else makes it almost impossible to admit when they are the ones who are falling apart. Now we come to the most revealing position of all, the stomach sleeper. Face down, arms stretched above the head or hugging the pillow. Of all the sleep positions, this one carries the most psychological weight. Professor Idzikowski describes stomach sleepers as people who crave control, not in an aggressive way, but in a deeply anxious one. They hate surprises. They hate uncertainty. They plan. They prepare. They over-prepare. And when life doesn't follow the plan, when something comes out of nowhere that they couldn't predict, they struggle more than most. Sleep researchers note that stomach sleeping is also associated with high social anxiety, the desire to be liked, the fear of criticism, the need to perform well in front of others, even when exhausted. There is also a physical dimension to this. Sleeping on the stomach is the hardest position on the body. It strains the neck, compresses the spine, restricts breathing. And yet the stomach sleeper returns to it every night. Because for them, unconsciously, facing down, protected, nothing exposed, feels safer than being open. Psychologists have linked this to a concept called defensive vulnerability. The stomach sleeper is not cold or guarded on the outside. They are often the warmest, most sociable people you will meet. But underneath that warmth, there is a deep and private fear of being truly seen. Here is where sleep psychology becomes truly remarkable, because it's not just about who you are alone. It's about who you are with the people you love. The British Sleep Council conducted a study of over 2,000 couples and analyzed their sleeping positions together. What they found was extraordinary. Couples who slept touching, any form of contact, even just a foot, reported significantly higher relationship satisfaction than those who didn't. But it goes deeper than that. The direction couples face while sleeping reveals the emotional dynamic of the relationship with startling accuracy. Couples who sleep facing each other tend to be in relationships with high emotional intimacy. They are the couples who still talk for hours, who prioritize emotional connection above everything else. Couples who sleep back to back but still touching tend to be in relationships built on security and independence. They don't need to be facing each other to feel connected. Their touch says, "I am here, even when I'm not looking." But couples who sleep with significant distance between them, no touching, facing away, reported the lowest relationship satisfaction of all. Not because distance during sleep causes problems, but because it often reflects an emotional distance that already exists while they're awake. Your body, even in sleep, is always telling the truth your words refuse to say. So what do you actually do with all of this? Here are 5 insights from sleep psychology that you can use starting tonight. Insight 1. Don't judge your position. Your sleep position developed over years, shaped by your earliest experiences of safety, attachment, and comfort. It is not a flaw. It is a map. And maps are only useful when you read them without judgment. Insight 2. Notice what changes. Sleep researchers have found that major life events, grief, falling in love, high stress periods, healing, often change a person's sleep position. If you've recently changed how you sleep, pay attention. Your body may be processing something your mind hasn't caught up with yet. Insight 3. Use it for self-awareness. If you're a fetal sleeper, ask yourself, where in my life am I still searching for safety? If you're a back sleeper, ask yourself, am I allowing myself to receive help, not just give it? If you're a stomach sleeper, ask yourself, what am I trying to protect myself from seeing? The question itself is the beginning of the answer. Insight 4. Observe your partner, not to analyze them, but to understand them more deeply. Sleep is one of the few moments of pure honesty between two people. What their body does when all defenses are down is one of the most intimate things you will ever witness. Insight 5. Create safety before sleep. Research from the National Sleep Foundation found that the emotional state you carry into sleep directly influences the position your body chooses. When people feel genuinely safe, they naturally open up. They stretch out. They take up space. The tighter we curl, the more we are still holding on to something. So before you sleep tonight, release what you can. Because the most healing sleep is the sleep of someone who, even just for a few hours, has allowed themselves to feel safe. Tonight, when the world goes quiet, your body will make its choice. The same choice it has made 1,000 nights before. And now you know what that choice has been saying. Not as a verdict, not as a diagnosis, but as a message. From the part of you that never lies. The part that remembers every version of you that ever needed protecting. Every version that ever longed for safety. Every version that ever loved someone so much it changed the way you slept. Listen to it. Not with fear, with curiosity, with kindness. Because the body that carries you through every day is also, quietly, every night, trying to heal you. Let it. Subscribe to Echo Within Us, because every single week, we go deeper into the psychology of being human. I'll see you in the next one.